You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. Ray, as always, it's great to have you here in the studio.
Yeah, thank you very much, Daniel. It's great to be back again.
So, Ray, the Sheerness County Youth Centre has now been operating as an independent youth centre for 2 years now. So, are you doing things different now?
Well, in fact, you know, we've been operating for 54 years in Sheerness, and over those years I've managed to refine the systems and establish what young people like in terms of activities. So I've not had to make many changes to the centre. I mean, things like administration, we haven't got an admin staff team, so I've streamlined paperwork, no bad thing I think in this day and age, in order to save time. We're now looking for volunteers, because we're now part of the voluntary sector, probably one of the biggest voluntary sector clubs in Kent now, for youth anyway. And hopefully we will, we've got quite a good staff team at the moment, but always could do with more help. So we're looking around for volunteers. I've got one or two people that have shown interest and have applied, so we're going to be interviewing them. And what I'd say to people, when you talk about volunteering, remember volunteering is as much or as little as you want to do. So if someone says, no, I'm not a youth worker, but I'll repair your fence for you one Saturday afternoon, that's great. You know, everything helps, because it means that we get all the jobs done and whatever. If people are really keen on being a youth worker, then of course, and they want to take it seriously, they can come and join our staff team, and we will train them up to be a youth worker. But I don't think I'm going to put up when I say youth club needs volunteers. It could be anything. I mean, we always need in place painting and decorating, minor repairs, anything you can think of, you know. So if anybody's got any ideas in terms of activity skills, the only thing we're really short of, we would like a dance tutor. We don't do really serious dance, but the girls do like dance, and we're always looking around for somebody. They're too expensive to hire. Anybody who's got skills in stage dance or general dance that young people would like, you know.
Ray, how are you fundraising the running of the centre?
Well, I've been very tight control over the expenditure, obviously, so that we make sure we do have enough money. We've been very lucky. We've had a few donations in over the last 2 years. The Danny Boy Trust have been very good helping us. Blaine and Pritchard, again, have sponsored our club championships. They've done that for, 30 odd years, maybe 40, I think. Isle of Sheppey at Rotary Club very kindly made a donation. Amicus Horizon and the new Rendezvous Bar in Sheerness have also helped us out with some money. But over the next year, we will be making some more bids for funding from different charities, and taking up some of the many offers that people have had to help us raise money. I think at the first 2 years we wanted to settle down before we went too silly with the fundraising, because you've got to prove yourself, I think, and make sure that it was a completely new venture to take over from a full-time centre, voluntary, and we had to make sure that we could do that, and we're now confident we can. The latest thing I've just done is I've put some collection boxes out. I only just started. We've actually got 4 boxes out at the moment, one out at the old house at home in Sheerness, KMP News Agents, that's in the Broadway near the youth centre, the Jigger Caff, which is down the bottom by Beach Street, and the Ivy Club in Sheerness also got a box on their counter. So we're hoping we get a few nice collections through there, and we'll be looking this year to try and do some more fundraising and different events.
So if any of our younger listeners, Ray, would like to try out the centre, what do they need to know?
Right, well, it's very simple. We're open every Tuesday and Wednesday night from 6:30 till 9. The admission cost is 70p if you're a visitor, but if you're a member, it only costs you 50 pence. But if it's your first night, it's always free. So if you're coming along, just have a look, tell us your first time in, we won't charge you. Every 2 weeks on a Friday, we hold a disco called Club TARDIS. That's from 7 till 10. And the admission charge again is £1.50 for a visitor, but only £1 for a member. Interesting enough, we've got our first TARDIS disco coming up this Friday, the 30th, and we've also got I think it's called the Young Artists Festival starting, and they're going to be at the club with some events on that night. The interesting thing is that we say that you have to be a member if you're going to have the reduced rate. Well, to become a member, you just simply got to fill in a form and you get a card free. There's no cost to become a member, so it's very easy. Now, the age range of the centre is 12 to 17. That is taking new young people in. If you're already a member of the centre when you've joined, then you can stay until the age of 19, because obviously you like the centre and there may be lots of things you want to do. We have over 15 activities to choose from, including things like Xbox to pool to arts and music. And I could tell you a lot about this amazing facility, but I really say seeing is believing. So I do suggest that if there's any young people out there that are not sure, use that free night, come in, have a look round, come with your friends, and I think they will be quite amazed at what we've got in that building. You know, it's an old church, it's an old Bourne Methodist church, and of course it's never looked like a youth club, but people now know what it is, but they're still amazed every time they walk through those doors to see it's quite a modern interior and well designed, well comfortable, lovely cafe, and really a nice place to be.
Does the centre support any other youth groups here on the island?
Yes, we've always supported any youth group when they needed it. That's one of the advantages of having a full-time youth centre, that we're always there. We work closely with Sheppey Youth Action. They've just set up a junior club operating at our centre every Thursday, 4 p.m. till 6. And that's for 9 to 12-year-olds, admission 70p. And we partnered with Sheppey Matters to deliver part of their summer activity programme. Of course, we've got the Stay project, which is something we developed 15, 20 years ago. And that is for young people that have a job coping with school for whatever reasons. And the Oasis Sheppey Academy are using us with the youth worker there to run programmes in the day for young people. And we're hoping, you know, in the future that we'll be able to establish some real strong ties with the academy for some of the after-school provision that may well be required for the island. So yes, we've I could go on for a lot of groups that have come along and we work with. Sometimes it may be they just need a bit of advice and help. They need to use our facilities. Some people are just saying it's setting up a youth centre and said a youth club one night a week and said, can we come and see how it's all done? So we just generally give support wherever we possibly can.
Ray, so what are your plans for the future?
Well, our first priority is to purchase and set up an entertainments award in memory of Maureen Holloway, who died last year. Maureen worked at the centre for 30 years, working with the girls on stage acts and dance, and she also was chairperson of our charity, Sheerness Youth. She played a major part in the success of the centre, and of course we will all miss her very much. So we're going to get a nice entertainment awards so we can remember Maureen. We have many other developments this year. We are restarting the Action for All activity programme, offering our members a first-class activity programme that they can sign up to, and while they're doing that they can gain skills that will be entered into their own personal skills books, and this can be used for a job interview when they are ready for work. They also get participation stamps that can be cashed in for free gifts, and both these developments took place in the centre 15 years before the government actually introduced skills into the youth service nationwide, known as credit where it's due. So we were well advanced in our thinking about youth work and where it should be going. To support the activity programme, we will undergo some extra work in the club, and we'll upgrade some of the facilities. We have 2 top-of-the-range table tennis tables we just bought. They're all ready to be used and put in place. We will be starting work shortly on improving the television and video studio. We've had a donation from Amicus Horizon to actually put in a new news set and interview set, so there's new chairs, tables, backdrops and everything. We've had a new digital camera, and we're just waiting to design the television sets and obviously buy the editing equipment and stuff, which we'll have to raise money for in this next coming year. The stage has had a makeover, ready for reintroduction of stage mime. Miming is now the latest craze on social media sites and YouTube and Facebook, so it looks like it was going to be very popular in the club. It's been going for years down the youth club and always enjoyed by the members. And of course we're starting a members committee again. We're just forming the new committee this year, and I'm sure they'll have lots of ideas for improvements that they want to see to the club. But of course the big one this year will be the bid to buy the building. This will be our biggest project, and if successful, we'll secure the centre for many years to come for young people. So that's roughly what we're planning to do in this next year. Now, if anyone would like to contact us, either for offering services or anything they want to find out about the youth club, they can always leave a message on the centre phone, and the phone number is 01795 662808. That's 662808. I say leave a message because we're not open all the time, so we will pick up those calls. Or of course you can always email me on sheerness.youth@live.co.uk. That's sheerness@live.co.uk. And of course you can see us on Facebook pages. There are two Facebook pages. There's one that's just called the Sheerness County Youth Centre, often used by the young people to find out any information that's going on. If you are a past member and you want to see some of the old pictures and stuff, go on to Sheerness County Youth Centre Days Gone By. That will show you a lot of the old photographs, bring back a lot of memories for you, and you can catch up with a lot of old members on there that often message on that particular Facebook site.
Ray, if you're happy we've covered everything, I'd like to thank you very much for coming along, and it is always appreciated when you come here to BRFM.
Yeah, well, thanks very much. It's nice to join you again on the show, and it's nice to have the opportunity to talk to your listeners and just remind them where we are, what we're doing, and hopefully there's some young people out there that might want to come along next week and see us.
That is Ray Featherstone right here at BRFM, of course telling us all about the Sheerness County Youth Centre this evening.